Hello, everyone. I'm Rajeev. I'm one of the co-presidents, and I am so happy to be up here to introduce you to our next minister, Reverend Edith Love. Okay, I'm going to say just a few words, and then I'll turn it over to Reverend Edith. First, I want to make sure that I recognize the minister's search team, of which there were 2 iterations, believe it or not, over the course of the last however long it's been. When we started out, and if I say your name, please stand up. So Robert, stand up. And Barbara Messick, and Howard Prentice, and Jim Smith's not here, and Marybeth Kugler are not here. I was the board observer. And then in a second iteration, we added Rick and Sandy Troiano. We added Betty Tilton. Betty's here somewhere, I think. Jackie Velasquez. And of course, we had Claire Smith, who's our other co-president, and all of the board of trustees who helped with this also. Thank you to all of you for doing such diligent work. The story of, you can sit down. The story of how this came about was sort of a story of both preparedness and serendipity. So we put our packet up on the UUA website, and we said, we want a full-time here in Boca minister. And we heard crickets. Actually, that's not true. We had a couple of people who came by, we talked to them, but it didn't really work out. And then we had the second iteration where we sort of said, all right, let's be more flexible. In today's day and age, that's what it calls for. And let's see if we can have somebody remote or somebody part-time. And Reverend Edith actually applied a while ago, but our paths sort of just crossed online. She sent us an application, we sent her an email, she never got it. It sort of just didn't go anywhere. And then earlier on this year, December, I think, when we were saying, hey, now that minister hasn't shown up, we're going to need to do everything lay-led. So Ron and I started sending out emails to the Southern Region Pulpit Supply, which is a UUA organization which says, hey, if you need ministers to come speak, here's a list. And so we sent out a bunch of emails. And amazingly, Reverend Edith replies and says, hey, by the way, I applied to be your minister. Did you get it? And we're like, oh, no. And then we picked it up, and Howard was able to go ahead and organize interview, and it just all went, and it was just beautiful. And I'm gonna now read one thing to you, if I can figure out my phone. Come on, phone. Maybe not. Okay, so. X. Hang on. I don't know what's happening. The part that I want to read to you is one part of what Reverend Edith said in her ministerial record. And this, really spoke to me about why she's here. They asked her, what is ministry? How do you see your work as a minister? And she said, I believe ministers are called to lead, to guide, to collaborate, to inspire, to support, to hold space, to be a container for emotion, and to bring joy and kindness and laughter and necessary fire when the occasion demands. Welcome, Reverend Edith.
I thought about writing something out for y'all, but it didn't seem right. So when I was in seminary, probably about 2012, I remember asking a professor, what skills do we need to learn to become a minister? And she said, there's a whole bunch of things I can teach you, but there's one thing you can never learn in seminary. And I said, what's that? And she said, your job as a minister is to love people. Everything else can be taught. It's a skill. There are things you can learn. Your job is to love. Everything else is details. So, that's my job, y'all. I love you. had ministers who've loved you over many, many years. I hope to continue to do that and honor that legacy. Thank you so much.
Many of you have asked, well, how is it going to work? She lives in Memphis, we're over here. She's going to be here every other week. I think this Tuesday night, we're going to have an ice cream social at 5 p.m., I think. Check 4 p.m. So please check and come and visit with her here. She's going to spend a lot of her time here to listen to you, to talk to you, and all of that. So she authorized me to let you know. Send her an email, minister@uufbr.org, and make an appointment and come meet her and come spend time with her in the times that she's here. So please go ahead and do that. And once again, welcome so much.
Y'all are all going to have my phone number and email. Don't be a stranger. Thank you.